I pray that William calls his mom and patches this up and we could bury it. There's more consequences that came from your actions. Very serious consequences. Because you lit a fire with the trolls. You got me fired from my job, William. You got me fired from my job.
How's it going, everybody? We're back with a brand new Shannyforchrist video, and if you thought it was bad the last one I uploaded, it got even worse. I'm telling you guys, this is the worst situation since Shanny blew all of Rev's $750,000. It's like Rev finally woke up and realized that Shanny's slandering her son's name for absolutely no reason, day in, day out, almost 24 hours a day, was a bad thing, and I don't think anyone could have predicted how bad this would get, but it got so bad. Rev has lost his job. Rev received so many phone calls at his work that they decided that, hey, we've got to terminate this guy. After they looked into the situation a little bit, they was like, this Rev guy isn't capable of caring for anybody. He would do this to his own kid, just like a Pennsylvania train track. Who would have guessed slandering your kid online for days in and days out would lead to some bad consequences? But the consequences also came for Shanny as well, which is something that never happens. She's used to talking all kinds of trash. She's used to getting online and getting her way because she still has some people that donate to her. And it's not like that has ended, but it looks like those small donations aren't going to matter too much because in this huge crash out, Shannyforchrist has managed to lose her channel in the process. And not only did she lose her channel, so many people were showing up to Rev and Shanny's house. Rev's uncle was like, why am I even letting you guys stay here? I was trying to do a good thing. I was trying to help someone out in the family, but you guys have done nothing but take advantage of this situation. You've lost everything you claimed to love in the past, and all you've brought me is chaos. So he's like, listen guys, it's time to get out of here. Now that part is a little bit of speculation that I've heard around the community, but it makes a lot of sense when you know that Shannyforchrist is trying to get an RV to go on a road trip around the world, and you guys know Rev's driving skills. The dude drives like Cyrax, but in real life, so you know if something like that's going down, it's probably getting bad behind the scenes. And Rev's finally taking it hard. Rev was just sitting in the background for the majority of last video, just hyping Shanny up, pretending that everything was going to be okay. Yeah, we can slander our kid's name online, it's no problem. He'll love us next week. But when the consequences finally came to him, he realized that Shanny made a huge critical mistake, and the dude has absolutely lost his mind in the process. You may think I'm gilding the lily a little bit, but no, Rev has actually lost it. I've never seen him this out of it. The dude is considering an OF. He's so desperate to talk to someone that's not Shannyforchrist. He's got one friend in this world, so he just sits there and talks to AI all day. You're not hearing me wrong. Rev literally sits at his computer and has conversation with ChatGPT until his anger with William bubbles over and he can no longer contain himself and he has to jump on live stream and show us his brand new self. Rev is literally going through a change right now. He's like Pirate Software 2.0, but instead of hitting a second puberty, he's discovering himself. But let's start the video off with Shanny and Rev pretending to care about William, wondering why William would do this to them, even though this was both of their fault. They both know it, and now they're dealing with the consequences, and they just can't handle it, especially Rev. Oh, and in some sections during this video, I'm gonna have to use unrelated footage because Shanny and Rev just kept smoking throughout their entire live streams, and I can't really show that too much. So if you're watching and the footage doesn't seem to be matching up, that's the reason.
Do I like how this ended with this company? No, because I really loved my boss. I really loved my boss a lot. And I liked having the pay that was good. Yeah, it was menial. It was not much money, and it got less money. But still, I don't like the way this ended, no. And Becca even tried to keep the contract. She was like, oh, I could send people to Shannon. I was like, yeah, excuse me. No. No way. No. I'm going to try and get another job. Okay? She wanted to try and keep this contract with her. No way. It can't be you, of course. F off.
I don't want anyone but him.
I'm going to try and transfer to a different agency, and I'm going to be your caregiver for a different company. We'll see.
Because you should always call your parents.
You should always call your parents. That's right. Don't worry them.
No matter how mad you are, talk to them.
Exactly. But thank you for the love, thank you for the hearts, and thank you for the everything. That was awesome. I've never experienced anything like that. It was literally 50-some likes, and then I blinked my eyes, and it was 82.
Bunch of 40-year-old assholes trying to stir on my child's teenage angst.
Mm.
And pray that my son comes back.
And pray that
our family's restored.
Reconciliation would be a very good thing to pray for, yeah. Because the mom needs the son in her life, guys, you know? She really does. She needs that. She needs the son in her life. So, for real. This is really sad to me, and it just hurts, and it's sad and horrible. Because you felt so blessed. I felt so blessed. Oh, he didn't, you know, he really does get it. That the stuff that happened was really, it was all due to mental illness from everybody involved. And, oh my God, he's like, he gets it, you know? And then he does this publicly. It's so, oh my God. It really hurts bad.
Rev is literally the South Park character right now. They took my job! But no, Rev, unlike the situations in South Park, nobody took your job from you. You had your job taken away from you from your own actions. You're a caregiver, someone who's supposed to provide care for somebody, and you look bad upon the company when they hire you to take care of your own wife. Like, that's on them. You might not even be doing your job, so there's huge risk in that. You could literally just be scamming them out of money. And then people go to say, hey, would you guys look at these actions? Is this someone you really want to have in your company? And the company looks at it and they say, wow, this is absolutely deplorable. And not only that, if I was a business owner and I was a company man, I wouldn't want that on my reputation because it goes back on them. When Shannyforchrist was losing her mind on William, and it's not like she still isn't, but she was going way harder last week, you were sitting there hyping her up. You were being her hype man. And sometimes you would try to pretend to care about William, even right here where he was like, okay, we're gonna try to reconcile right now. But the real thing is, you were just trying to get brownie points from Shanny because that's the only person you ever cared about in this family. It's Shanny and Rev and nobody else. William came to my comment section and basically told everybody that. When CPS was taking them away, unlike some real good parents where you're like freaking out, absolutely panicking, you were like, wow, we're gonna get a vacation out of this, and don't worry boys, we're gonna get you back in a few months. Don't even worry about it. And what did you do? You just left him there, and it's been over 3 years at this point. If I was in William's shoes, I would feel absolutely betrayed. And you guys gotta remember, William didn't even go too hard on him. He was literally telling them like, hey guys, I just want you to get a little bit of help. I realize the way you guys have treated me throughout my entire life is ridiculous. Please get off the internet and get some help. But what did Shanny do? She accused William of some absolutely heinous things that I'm not even going to mention on this video. But unlike Shanny, who's this boy's mom, I've got to remind you guys that because she doesn't treat him like one. She never has and she never will. I'm not even going to mention the terrible false allegations she put out against him because it was that bad, and you should feel absolutely ashamed of yourself for putting that on blast to thousands and thousands of people. You don't know who's going to hear that and never watch anything else about you and just think that your son did stuff like that. It's absolutely sick what you did. But now, since the consequences have fell back on you, you're trying to play victim again. But anyone who's been watching consistently knows you're not the victim of this situation. It's still William.
I hope he apologized to how he acted last night. I have no idea how he acted last night. Other than when I was awake. When I slept, I have no idea. But give the guy a break, man. He lost his job. He lost his kid. He's mad at me.
No, I ain't hurt.
Oh, trust me. You were mad at me.
Was. Yeah. Was.
Rev is the Joker reincarnated, pretty much. You really want to trust him into your little circle of hell? Go ahead, but remember, he's my child. My child, which means he's way smarter than you guys could ever be. So, there's that one. I'm definitely not going to discredit his intelligence. But, I know my son. He's acting completely different than his normal f***ing character, so he must be, doing something. Oh, we'll make sure we can get Shanny in housing and make sure that she'll be able to get a place to be the health housing. Yeah, did I get that? No, I didn't. Social workers say there's all these programs and shit, and then when you actually ask about it, they look like they're dumb.
Go forward.
Our monetized channel is gone
So obviously,
because of some bullshit. Copyright pop on a privated video. How the f does a copyright pop on a privated video? Wasn't making us any revenue at all, but they popped the channel for it.
Yeah, we're just gonna live with the main.
Do I have nothing?
We'll do a great job this man. The eyes.
I have nothing. You take a child in that they couldn't take care of themselves, you take them under your roof, and then they take at the age of 18, they take a buoy and put it slowly into your back. While you're just choking up, going, why son, why? What did I do to you? I could have a massive surge of testosterone and anger and take this microphone and smash my screen with it. And the camera. That might be 1 million views. Oh, I got my 1 million views. I already had a 1 million+ view video.
It's so crazy that Shany or Rev can't understand how bad they truly messed up. With William just leaving a comment on your video that you could have easily privated, and when the trolls brought it up, you could just ignore it, brush it off, and it really wouldn't have led to much. But no, you guys decided to run home with this, and you were getting excited about all the views you were getting. That's the true reason that this kept happening, and you were trying to get as many pity bucks as you possibly could. You've never seen that amount of views, or at least it's been a long time before you've seen that amount of views. So if it was just a little bit of teenage angst, and every teenager, everyone gets mad at their parents, but William, he definitely was more spot on than most teenagers' anger. But even if that's all it was, you could have ignored this. You didn't have to take it this far. You could have privated the comment, and he could have been like, you know what, maybe I did overreact. Maybe I do want to see my parents again. But you absolutely burnt this bridge. Even if for a moment he was like, man, I really messed up. I shouldn't have done this to him. The way you guys talked about him afterwards, nobody in their right mind would come back to you. No one would talk nice about you. This is like relationship ending stuff. Like you might start talking to them again when you're like 40 something years old. Like that, for real.
I had a guy pull up on me yesterday. I was going to get cigarettes, and this dude pulled his car up close to me, and he, do you know what I did? I went like this. I went, I'm too expensive for you, and I ran, because I have to walk to get my cigarettes. And you never know what kind of males are out there. I didn't want to do this live, so I'm just going to record this. I'm walking for cigarettes, for some reason I can't switch the camera around, but that's fine, whatever. I'm like, not okay, I'm trying my best to be okay. I don't know if I'm going to upload this. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll send this to certain people that I love, and they seem so loving and caring about what's going on. I might send this to them. I feel like my will, and that's funny that I use that word, of course, will, because he's like kind of destroyed me. Will, what he did. I know he's just a kid, and he did what he felt like he wanted to do by going on an interview with Shanny's enemy. You hurt me really bad, William. This is like the wound you created in me is pretty massive, and it hurts. I hope you see this. I am gonna upload this. I hope you see this, son. I'm really in a bad spot. I'm so my mind is like broken because I took you in and I loved you. I tried my best to view you as my own son, and the hurt and the pain and the feeling of absolute betrayal is so almost infinite in my heart. I want to thank our viewers that donate, okay? I want to really thank you guys because we need you so bad. You have no idea. They cut my job because of this bullshit. I can't. I feel really, I'm okay. You know what I mean? I'm functioning still. But I'm at a point where I'm almost like, holy shit. I don't know if I can do it anymore. You know what I mean? Jesus, these kids running around. You guys go to safety. There's so many freaks out there. It's really disgusting. Oh man, Garbs is popping tonight. They just opened this new place. It's called Garbs. It used to be AJ's. Now it's Garbs. And man, it's a nice deal. I'm pretty sure, I'm not positive, but I know they have like live music acts every once in a while. And they might do karaoke. I want to dress up like a pretty princess. I want to be a pretty princess. And I want to sing. Yeah. I want to be a pretty princess girl. and I want to sing for everybody. You know, I'll sing Alanis Morissette songs. I could do her good. So Shanny could. Oh, is it Wing Night? Oh my God, what? I think it's Wing Night, bros. And this is too, Will. You know, you pushed over a domino, and now other people are jumping on it and making accusations now, William. Accusations that you haven't heard. I don't know if you've heard them, but there's accusations. Okay? I really want you to talk to your mother. You really need to talk to your mom, bad. Do you hear me, Will? Because this is escalated. I can't talk about it publicly. Do you understand, William? Okay, you're a smart kid. I have something that has happened that I'm pretty sure you don't know about, but it's a very serious thing with your mother, because you triggered these emotions coming out of her in live streams, and now they're making accusations about certain things, William. You saw that me and Mom were recovering, and we were surviving and starting to get more mentally well, and then you pull this shit? It doesn't make any sense. Who paid you? Who paid you to do what you did, William? I want to know. It hurts. I am going to upload this, but I want everybody to know that hears this, that I am dealing with it the best I can, my situation, which is very bizarre and sad, what I'm going through.
Let me tell you that William has probably felt betrayed the entire last half of his life. When you came into his life when he was 9 years old, I bet Shanny was hyping you up. She was telling him you were a content creator, you got a bunch of money, their lives are going to change for the better. But as soon as he got into your house, all he experienced was you yelling at him, you staying up drunk night in, night out, didn't care for him at all, and you thought love was just giving him an iPad every now and then. Well, let me tell you something, Rev. There's a lot of kids who don't get iPads for their birthdays. There's a lot of kids who don't get new gaming systems, but something that their parents can't actually give them that's completely free is love and acknowledgement, which you never even bothered. And when you also claim that you gave him stuff, it really shows how much you care. That one of the main reasons you was mad at William at first is because he had your laptop, and now that you actually lost something and you're like, oh man, this affected me a little bit, now you felt betrayed. You didn't feel betrayed beforehand. With Shanny and Rev falling out with him, you were slandering William all the same. It just goes to show you how much of a selfish person you are. You're just now tasting your own medicine and you don't like it. Well, guess what? When he didn't have a way to speak up, when he was stuck with you guys, this is how he felt every single day. He was walking on eggshells around you. He would even defend you guys left and right. Every single time he would see a hate comment and he felt like it was bad enough, he would defend you as well, Rev. But when Shanny was sitting there talking all kinds of crap about him, you didn't defend him once. You were just sitting there clapping along like, go ahead, Shanny, yeah, you're doing great. And when those little kids were walking past you and you said, hey man, there's some real danger out in these streets, you guys need to run along, you are the danger. Let's not forget what you did to Zach, William's little brother, that got so bad that William, knowing that Shanny was going to bring you back into those kids' life, knowing that he's about to be in a whole lot of trouble, and you know he was, we know how you guys treated them, had to call the cops on you and have them come there, which is why you got arrested. You just like to pretend you were just a little bit out of pocket and everyone was over exaggerating. But the reality of the situation is you never cared about the boys for a second. When Shanny's acting up, you never even try to stop her a little bit. That's why you lost your 750k. That's why you lost the boys in general, and that's why you lost their love. And you're even going to continue talking crap about him later on in this video. It doesn't stop. You're not heartbroken. If this only affected Shanny, you would probably talk about it very little and just gleefully talk to ChatGPT, your only friend in the world, all day long.
I have something for you. I am really... What are the words? Could I find words? I don't think I can find words. Well, Rev, you gotta go to therapy. I agree. I would love to be in the position where I could go back to Brooklyn, the rehab. You know, I think that would really help me a lot if I went back to the rehab. It's like I need music constantly to deal with my reality now. Tell it to my heart. Tell me I'm the only one, you know? Like, if I could make money at looking like a hot femboy, I'm gonna do it. I've talked to who I love about this the most, and it was like rejection immediately. Like, no, you can't. Jason, what the wrong with you? If I can make, it's not even. I just go on there and be Fenny and dance to like techno music that's not copyright. If I could make money at that, why not? I don't give a shit. I'm a Christian, heterosexual, cisgendered dude, but I just happen to be kind of pretty too. When things are going my way, I can look very pretty. You know? Oh my God, that's my name. I know my name now, for if I ever did it. But I do things that I love the person I'm with deeply, and I don't want to hurt her in any way ever. I did enough damage when I was fucking drunk and you know, menaced a bit with, you know, I had an old baseball bat, and thank Jesus nothing physical ever happened. But that was a bad time. I was slamming booze the worst I ever did. There's certain wounds, how the hell is it gonna heal? Because William won't talk to us. And this is really killing me inside. I feel really betrayed and used. Because I gave everything to this boy. I was always trying to say, Will, is there something you'd like me to buy you? Is there anything you need? I was constantly saying that to him. And if there was anything, it was bought for him immediately. We got him everything that he could ever want. I gave him a iPad. I just gave it to him. Do you know how much iPads are? I just gave it to him. Saying they didn't have food. That's hilarious, William. You ate everything. Wow. Holy shit. Yeah, you ate everything with your brother, and I was trying to tell you have to ration your food. Because we're in dire straits. You have to ration it. You just didn't do that. You just ate it like... I'm sorry, that's just true. You wanted to set record straight, that's it. And me and Shany were eating rice. Rice, ramen, and cereal. There's more consequences that came from your actions. Very serious consequences. Because you lit a fire with the trolls. You got me fired from my job, William. You got me fired from my job. Because your actions led to the 1,000 calls that they got. It was because of your interview that happened. You want facts? I just gave them to you. And you think, why do you think Shany broke down? Why do you think Shany broke down? And was on here for days screaming into her phone. She could not handle it. And for me, it's manifesting different. I didn't break down at the time. I was like, oh, we can get over this.
So what I didn't show you guys in this video is that Rev, while he's sitting there talking to ChatGPT, he's fulfilling some of his fantasies. He's sitting there drawing up goth girls, or when I say drawing up goth girls, he's just typing into ChatGPT about the goth girls that he fantasizes about, literally drooling over them while Shany's in the back room. And Shany, we all know, doesn't take that crap. If she was to discover that Rev is actually doing this, we know what would happen. Rev is getting shaved bald again. He's getting the A painted on his head. Maybe she'd add a B, maybe a C to it as well, but that doesn't quite fit the movie, so she might just avoid all of that, and maybe she'll take it a couple steps farther. Who really knows? So he's really playing with fire right now. I mean, you even heard him say it himself when he's like, listen, I'm about to start an OF, guys, and I brought it to my wife. I talked to her about it. I was really trying to convince her. Oh, and Shany isn't Rev's wife. My bad. But Shany just completely shut it down, and Rev isn't giving up on it. He's literally sitting there, like, trying to see if his viewers, like the few remaining viewers that he has, are even interested in this, and he's probably already doing it. He avoids Shany most of the day now at this point because he can't stand her. He can't stand what she did to his life. It's just a repeated cycle of Shany just ruining everything for Rev, and he just sits there and goes along with it for absolutely no reason. But in all honesty, they both deserve each other. Just look at the way they're acting, and when he's talking about William in this next segment, you're gonna be like, yeah, Chinchilla, they deserve one another for sure. And I told you guys, Rev was really losing it. He's literally pulling a Silence of the Lamb. And I'm pretty sure when he was talking about, hey, I don't drink anymore, I think Rev is hammered. Either that or his brain just snapped completely in two. The way he's stuttering, like listen, we all might stutter a little bit every now and then, but that was really bad, like on multiple occasions. Rev's either drunk or he's not getting paid to clean up the poop bucket anymore and the fumes are starting to get to him. But what's really getting to Rev now is the hatred in his heart, because one of the most recent videos Rev has posted is him going back on Instagram, going live and panhandling to all of his viewers. And just like Shany, he's deciding to slander William now as well. It's even worse than Shany was. Well, actually Shany gave the worst accusation, but Rev is just talking about him like he's absolute garbage. And what is Shany doing? Absolutely nothing about it. She's sitting there crying and agreeing with everything Rev is saying.
Hello. I was told if I came on a live stream here that I would be given money. I'm wondering if that's true. It's been a long time since I've been on Instagram, and I don't want to be on here at all, and I don't want to be streaming one bit at all. But guess what? I'm panhandling, because guess what? I have nothing, so I must panhandle for something. I was put in this position, and I am always the one that's supposed to be the one to pick their ass up again and say, okay, brand new, what do we do next? So here I am. Here's what I got to do. I got to come to you beautiful people, and panhandle like this with my hand out and ask for shit. Again. Why? Well, we all know how all this shit happened. I didn't ask you people for shit for a long time. A long time, you know? And that was because I was actually starting to get some footsies moving in a direction that things were good. Well, you guys know what happened. All of the bullshit drama with all that's happened with... I can't think about it, because if I even think about it, yeah. So, I am begging you guys, for real, the real ones out there, if you can help us out, okay, I'll put the 2 things in here, alright? And I don't care what people say about this anymore, because we're literally, like, done.
How is it my fault that this all started?
You went constantly over and over on YouTube and making big shit, and that didn't help. But you had to deal with it, that's why I don't blame you for it, okay? But I had 0 to do with this.
I had 0 to do with the beginning of it either. I was put in the middle of this problem.
If you could just help us out with a little bit of something in our financials, because there's dirt.
My own son destroyed my life.
Yeah, he did. He did. Your own son destroyed your life. He did. He absolutely did. Yep. And I'm walking around with this all day. The people could tell you on my channel on YouTube, I've been literally just... I'm not myself at all, and neither are you. How could you be? How could you be? You lost your son. You haven't spoken to him in now
2 months.
2 months.
And then the trolls got involved again. Because he went to them. He went to them to purposely destroy us.
Boom. It worked.
It did.
Masterfully. So now we're in the exact same spot we were when we put our little feet in here.
And we crawled ourselves out of the fucking ditch.
Starting to.
We're the bad guys because someone came asking for my help. I went to go and give them help, and then I'm called the crazy one because they got caught in their lies.
Yeah, and then somehow I lose my job over this. It's insane.
Because he goes online.
No, I know how it happened.
And lies a bunch of shit.
Yeah, and then trolls 1,000 calls in one day to my company. Because of his interview. Yes. So who caused this? Yes.
William.
Absolutely goddamn clear.
Look how little either of these people are taking the responsibility for this situation. It's all your fault. Every single bit of it. William, I'm pretty sure, is still in high school or just freshly graduated. You are the parents. You're supposed to be showing love and compassion. And when you're saying that, oh, what do I gotta do? I gotta pick myself up again. Yeah, guess what? That's every single buddy's life in the world, Rev. When they encounter problems in which most, like 99% of people, I'm not gonna say 99%, but a good portion of the people in the world don't experience like these kind of hardships because they would never do this to their kid. But all in all, you are the man in this relationship. That's what you're supposed to do. When times get hard, well, you go harder. But no, you're just going to sit there and complain and say, William ruined our life. How could he do this to us? You ruined your life. This is the same reason your mom left you all that money and left you 2 houses. She knew how much of a screw up you already were, and she tried her best so that when she was gone that you might actually have a little bit, but you squandered it all, just like you squandered your relationship with William. And no amount of tears you cry into that river will make you be able to cross the gap of the bridge you burnt. You lost your oldest son, and you know what? Your youngest son is seeing it as well. And guys, I know Rev isn't his kid, but William called him his parents. That includes Rev. What you've done and what you're doing is absolutely despicable. Be a parent. Get over it. But I guess that's enough for me today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, follow all the socials down below, use the new hype feature, comment as well, and I'll catch you guys next time.